All right, what's going on, folks? How y'all doing? How y'all doing? This is your boy, Mr. Team Bring It, coming to you once again for another episode of hashtag Heels for Life. Yes, I'm looking very trash right now, so can't do this. All right, so have to put a hat on. You know, I don't want everybody looking at my damn raggedy ass fro and shit. So, hey everybody, big shout out to everyone that is watching this podcast right now. Hold on one second. Let me get this shit together. Okay. All right. Let me get this shit together. All right. Okay, everybody. All right. So let me just post this real quick. Okay. So what I'm doing is tonight, this YouTube channel right here that I just posted. This is our YouTube channel. Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.com. So here you go. Matter of fact, let me pin this shit. Okay. So this is the link right here. So all you gotta do is just click onto it and it goes immediately to shit. What the fuck? I hate this shit. Okay. So just click onto the link and it immediately goes to our site on YouTube. Okay. All right. So okay. All right. Thank you so much, Tori, for that. I definitely appreciate that. Okay. Let me get my life together. Okay. I'm missing something. Okay. I'm missing something, everybody. Ah, shit! See, this is what happens when you're doing a live, like a live cast, and like shit like fucks up and like literally fucks up in the on live television. Yes, it does. Yes, it happens. Okay, all right, hold on. This is what I'm forgetting. Yes, I forgot my damn glasses because I want to make myself look all, pretty and nice and all that good shit. Okay, all right. Let me get my damn watch on this shit. Okay. So once again, welcome everybody to another edition of Hashtag Heels for Life. I'm your host, Mr. Team Brigger. Once I put this damn watch on. And tonight's podcast, we got a lot of shit that we're going to cover tonight. So hopefully you guys can just view us. If you got any questions, concerns, leave them down below. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast on YouTube.com. And anybody that is asking me to get them on, you have to wait for fan reaction. I will get everybody tonight. I promise you, I will. What else I need to talk about? If you want to contact me or Matt, all you gotta do is just follow us on Facebook, either Chris Dilworth or Matthew Collins. Our Sea Dog, aka Matthew Collins, is going to join me toward the end of the podcast, whatever. So for people that is watching us for the very first time, thank you so much for coming on. Every other week, what we do is we put on a special guest every other week. So every other Thursday. So it won't be next Thursday because that's when Matt comes on. It will be the next Thursday or whatever. So this week I have my good buddy Anthony Pierce. He will be coming on shortly, and he will be joining me, and we will be talking over some hot topics tonight. And then afterwards, we will have fan reaction where fans actually come on and talk with me for a couple minutes. Just they come on, they tell me, something I don't know or something they want to rant about. Like I say, it's really, really awesome. Yes, I'm a little disbobulated. Yes, I am. Today it has been an awful day for me, everybody. So I'm just trying to just get my life together. Gerald, while you sitting there and you talk about somebody looking ugly, it's better to look this way instead of looking like a pumpkin like you are. But anyway, I digress. All right, so let's bring on the co-host real quick and let's get this show started, okay? All right. This is gonna be a fun podcast. I I can already tell you that right now. All right, so we're waiting for Mr. Anthony to show up so we can go ahead and start. One more thing I'm forgetting. My drink. Where's my drink? Where's my drink? Where is my fucking drink? Okay. Okay. And thank you so much for Simply Deep, I believe. Thank you so much for joining our YouTube channel. Yeah, I keep getting all types of notifications on my screen. All right. I do not know where this cat is. All right, and if you are in here while you sitting there, you talking shit, bring your ass on, nigga. Okay, so it says connection failed. Okay, so all right, there we go. All right, let's see if we. Jordan, let's not be. We're not talking about the Warriors right now. We are talking about wrestling. So whatever you want to talk about, please leave this after the podcast. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. What's going on, and how you doing, brother?
Not much. What's going on, man?
Oh man, it's I've been waiting for this podcast because the last podcast that we did was very informative, and I wanted to give you an opportunity to come on our podcast and just tell us a little bit about yourself and promote your podcast. You know what I'm saying? And we can dig right into the rest. So the first thing that I want to talk about is, well, first of all, where are you from and how old are you?
I'm from Portsmouth, Virginia. I'm actually from Portsmouth, Virginia. Not a very known area. Only thing I can say that we have is my cousin Wanda Sykes and Missy Elliott. So that's one thing we have. Two things we have over here from here. But I'm only 24.
I mean, they're legends. So I mean, shit. You got more than me.
Right.
All right. So, and how old are you?
24.
Oh, okay. You pretty young. Okay. So you currently have a podcast on YouTube. I'm not on YouTube, but on Facebook. Do you have any other? Well, first of all, before we get into that, what is the name of your podcast on Facebook?
The Resolution Show. The WRESTLOUTIOUN. Actually, some of my people coming in right now. So it's a group of us. Me, Donovan, Isaac, Breon, James, Mitt, and Danny and Karen. So it's 8 of us right now. We just cover all the things wrestling, New Japan, WWE, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Sometimes we'll dibble and dabble in some Impact.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
I think I want to say I started around November.
Oh, okay. So this is around the time that me and Matt and our other co-host and former co-host Anthony Velvet Hall, we've been doing this for shit. I think for about maybe 7 months. I think. Yeah, it's been a while since we've been doing this though. But it's good to have a fellow co-host. I mean, it's awesome to have like a fellow podcaster that loves wrestling. So that's what's up. So. Like, how long have you been a wrestling fan? I'm assuming you've been a wrestling fan for a while, because the shit that you be coming on and talking on the podcast, I'm like,
I've been a fan as long as I can remember. To be honest with you, the thing that really got me into wrestling was video games. The first wrestling video game I ever played was WCW NW Revenge on the Nintendo 64. So going over my cousin's house playing that all the time, it really got me into wrestling. So I was a WCW guy coming in throughout the whole Monday Night Wars.
Really? Yeah. I can't stand WCW, dude. It's like I've always tell folks, like, they always ask me like, how did I get into wrestling? And the first thing I say shit to WWE. And it was like, did you ever see WCW? I said no. I tried to, and I got immediately within 5 minutes. So not trying to be savage, but
all right. So my question for you is what year was this around? Because you gotta realize there was 2 different sets of WCW Nitro. It was like pre-2000, and it was 2000 to the end.
It was probably around the time, probably 95, I would say. Now around this time, the first thing I seen was the WWE. I seen WWE Superstars. That's the first thing that attracted me. And then after that, like I started like noticing other like companies like WCW. But I tried to watch it. I couldn't. I just said this shit is slow. I'm like, I no. And then on top of that, I didn't have cable, so I couldn't turn it to WCW Nitro. I had to like go back and I had to look at the reviews, when it came out or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So back then we didn't have quote quote internet. We had things called magazines and shit and hearsay and talking with other fans. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like kind of old school.
Dial-up.
Not kind of, but I'm very old school. So I wasn't really, it was hard for me to like really follow the storylines and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Especially me like seeing, like when did this show come on? Damn, I just missed it. Damn, I gotta look at it next week. So I was like took all out the loop and shit. So one more thing. Let me ask you. Well, first of all, who is your favorite wrestler? Who inspired you to be like a big wrestling fan?
DDP was the person that really drew to me. Has always been like the guy that I looked up to. I still look up to him to what he's doing outside of the ring now. So it definitely has to be DDP.
You say DDP?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. DDP is actually pretty cool.
You don't understand how hype I was when he first came to WWE. I was like excited.
I was too, but at the same time, like I wasn't really thrilled that he was the stalker, that was stalking Taker's wife. I really was like, really, DDP? He's a stalker? I'm like, oh my god, like this is before I really knew that this shit was like really, really fake. Even though this was like in 2001, I still was just like, I'm thinking that this shit is real, but it's really scripted. But back then, they actually had decent storylines where you can actually like get into the actual storyline versus now. But I digress. All right, so well, first of all, let's get into wrestling shit because I'm excited. First, let's talk about CM Punk, number one.
Ooh.
I mean, let's talk about that, man, because like CM Punk has really been a hot topic this week, especially his win, his case. He recently won his case against the WWE doctor. What is his name? Christopher Amann, I believe. He recently won. Like yeah, he recently the doctor sued CM Punk and Colt Cabana about his comments or whatever that they made on the YouTube, the infamous YouTube little special that they had in the November 2004 interview on the Ladder podcast. And this man, the doctor, Amann, was seeking 4 million plus damages. So I didn't read all of this shit until the verdict came out or whatever. So I was kind of back reading or whatever about the verdict. And I remind you, everybody, that CM Punk was found not guilty, so he doesn't have to pay anything. The doctor is like walking in shame. The doctor also said that the reason why he's after like the damages or whatever, because the fans were savage against the fucking doctor. And to be really honest with you, I am going to be really savage about the doctor right now. The doctor is a fucking pussy. The doctor was, he didn't do what he was supposed to do. CM Punk almost died because of this lump that was on his back, and it was really causing him all types of health problems. And the doctor did not do his job. And that's why CM Punk basically said, the nigga was trash. So the doctor, in response, sued CM Punk and Colt Cabana because they was talking shit about the doctor, and the jury, I guess, sided with CM Punk. What's your thoughts about this?
Well, first of all, it would make sense you like to get to the messy stuff first, but that's neither here or there. But this was a very messy case.
What
Hear me
happened?
right.
I hear that.
I said you would be getting ready to start off with the messy things first. I mean, it's all good though. It's all good. It's all good. But
but the whole situation was like completely messy, and like I had to like really start off with this shit first because I really wanted to think about this.
And I've actually been aware of the staph infection that he has had. He's talked about it on countless podcasts. And I know CM Punk gets a lot of hate for the way he left. I'm not the biggest fan of how he left either, but at the same time, he's talked about how that was part of the reason why he left. It wasn't just the fact that he wasn't going to main event WrestleMania that year and he was going to be in another match with Triple H and blah, blah, blah. But the fact that they put him out there in matches knowing that he told Dr. Amann and other doctors, I guess, that he's had this lump on his backside, the staph infection. And so he's talked about how he had to be put in matches with Ryback, and he pretty much like tore down Ryback.
Yeah,
so there's a lot to it.
I did not understand these random ass matches, like these dangerous matches, because this was around the time he was defending his title at TLC. Now, I remind you, like, this is around the time he had that lump, and you couldn't see it because his tights was covering it up. And he said that this is what wasn't one of those like soft lumps. It was one of the hard lumps where it was like it was really hurting him. But the doctor said that it was nothing serious until, you know, CM Punk's, like, at the time, his girlfriend, AJ Lee, basically said, hey, babe, I'm gonna give you a second opinion. I forgot what that other doctor was, but when he went to go get the second opinion, he said, yes, this lump needs to be, you know, you need to have surgery on this lump. And then that's when all this shit got kicked off, whatever. But I just really believe that the WWE is not shit. And I'm glad that CM Punk left the way he did, because I would have did the same thing. If I'm not Samson, thank you so much, I would have left the way CM Punk did, because like the WWE is completely trash. Their I guess their mentality is it's either our way or the highway. And CM Punk said, well, it's the highway then. I'm leaving. So I'm cool with it.
And it's bad because he's not the only one that we've seen go out there and wrestle through injuries. Dean Ambrose should have been back by now if it weren't for the fact that he went out there and wrestled through all those injuries. He got injured at what was it? It was the pay-per-view that Roman was not able to make because he had that the mumps, something like that.
Survivor Series.
Name of pay-per-view. Say it again.
Survivor Series.
No, it wasn't. It was right before Survivor Series.
Clash of Champions.
No, it'll come back to me.
Okay.
But it was the match where he Kurt Angle made his debut. Made his return. My fault. And they wrestled the Bar, and I think it was the Miz and Strowman. No, it wasn't SummerSlam yet.
No, it wasn't. No. This was like one of them.
Balor versus Styles. TLC. Thank you. Because Balor versus Styles happened that same night. Because you remember it was that huge outbreak that happened. And so Roman was one of the ones that was affected by it. Thank you, Julie.
TLC. Yep. Thank you, everybody. Because like sometimes we get like brain fart.
Yeah.
Even though we are very informative, we know our shit, but still, like, sometimes we just be like, well, I mean, shit, it was like so many fucking pay-per-views or whatever that year.
Exactly.
So let's talk about, I really do not want to talk about this, but CM Punk recently said some comments where I had to like kind of read up on this before I came on the podcast. But recently, CM Punk said during I think it was a media day or whatever for UFC 25, which he would be participating in Chicago, Illinois this Saturday night. He basically said that he was done with, this is what he said, and I quote, I am done with professional wrestling. He told TSN during a media play or whatever for the UFC 25. He said that he doesn't care how people is angry at him. People are entitled to their opinion. They made fun of him when he lost his first match. I'm sorry. I definitely made fun of CM Punk because I really couldn't understand like how in the fuck he lost in like 2 minutes and 40 seconds or whatever, and shit. The shit was very
I'm
short.
guilty.
I think we're both guilty because I was clowning CM Punk. But I mean, what's your opinion about this? Do you think that this man should go back in the octagon after his last humiliating first match in the UFC? Because to be really honest with you, I don't think he is UFC material.
I think he should have started somewhere smaller, probably a Bellator. Definitely, there are a lot of people that were very upset about the fact that CM Punk was going to UFC, straight to UFC, never really had any MMA experience. And I know Lesnar kind of did it too, but I understand CM Punk is a money. He's a draw. That's one thing that we can say about CM Punk. Where CM Punk goes, people go.
So what's the difference between how did Brock Lesnar become so successful? And remind you, he didn't have any MMA experience either. But when he came in, he was like a complete beast. So what was the difference between CM Punk and Brock Lesnar in your opinion?
Some people just get it. Some people just have that natural ability to pick up easily.
So do you think it was like his, amateur background that got him like, to where he was in the UFC?
I think that plays that may play a major role in it because Lesnar has been a wrestler since his growing up. So he's definitely been Minnesota. He went down to Minnesota. He dominated there. Came into WWE, dominated there. The only thing that he really failed in was the NFL.
Please don't remind me of that. So how do you think he's going to fare this Sunday?
I think Sunday will really, I don't know if he's going to win or lose, but I think whatever happens Sunday will really determine whether what he said in this interview is legit or not. If he goes out there and embarrasses himself like he did the first time, you may see him at All In. If he goes out there, surprise, shocks the world, and wins, then I don't expect to see him doing anything professional wrestling for a while because he has that win on his belt now, and the confidence comes along with it. So you're going to see him a lot more. Saturday.
That's really interesting if you talk about All In because Saturday, which one?
I see both. I see next Sunday and I see Saturday.
Wait. Which one are you talking about?
The fight.
Oh, yeah. The fight is this Saturday. Yeah, the fight is this Saturday. I think it's at 7:00, I believe. But CM Punk, I think is I think he's co-host. No. He ain't co-hosting. He's on the undercard, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not too sure. Yeah, he's on the undercard.
Yeah, I wouldn't be putting him up on nobody's main event and anytime soon.
I mean,
especially after what you got last time. I wouldn't trust putting him in anybody's main event.
And I'm kind of upset that he lost like that. Like, I'm thinking like, okay, he's coming out to, Colton personality, you know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking like he about to be a beast, and then this shit lasted for 2 minutes, like shorter than 2 minutes, and I was very pissed. But I digress. But for CM Punk, thank you for if this is the end of your wrestling career, thank you so much for the memories. I mean, I still love you. I'm still gonna chant your name in any WWE live show. I mean, I don't give a fuck. I'm the type of motherfucker that I will be a fucking ass and I will chant CM Punk during a born ass WWE match. We're gonna get into the
like
WWE, but I ain't gonna talk about them right now. It was another thing that I want to talk about concerning CM Punk. CM Punk did some other No. I think that was it. Yeah, professional wrestling. About him, ending professional wrestling, and then his case against. So we're done with CM Punk. All right, so let's talk about New Japan Dominion pay-per-view. Do you know a lot about the card itself? Because if you don't, I can come.
The card is stacked. The card is
Okay.
very much stacked.
So for those that don't know what's going on this Saturday night, I hope you are in tune to what's going on in New Japan, because right now, yes, Anthony is correct. They have a stack ass card. So right now in Japan time, it will be 4:00 p.m., 3:00 a.m. on the East Coast, 2 a.m. on Central, and 12:00 Pacific time this Saturday night. The one that I'm looking forward to is Chris Jericho and Naito.
Tetsuya Naito.
Okay. That is the one that I'm really interested in. I do not know who this cat is. I heard he was cold. He's currently the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. And apparently, Chris Jericho been after this cat for a very long time. As a matter of fact, he attacked him during a live. I don't know if it was a pay-per-view or if it was a house show, but Chris Jericho came out looking like one of the Bullet Club cats or whatever, came out, was in the crowd, and beat the living shit out of dude. And I'm like, wait a minute. I was just like, wait a minute, who in the fuck is that? And I said, oh my God, that's Chris Jericho. Oh my God. So what do you think about? I mean, like, what do you think about Chris Jericho and his promos? His promos been like really off the chain.
He has that freedom to do what he wants to do with his promos, and this whole thing has been started. Actually, it started the New Year's Dash. New Year's Dash is pretty much the New Japan version of the Monday Night Raw after Mania. They do it right the day after Wrestle Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
So after Wrestle, you do know that Jericho had a match with Omega at Wrestle Kingdom.
Right. So this happened right after
the next
Wrestle
day.
Kingdom?
Yes, that's when the first attack happened. Then he came back and attacked him. I think he had a Bushi mask. Bushi is all right. Let me go ahead and give you a background before I say this name. Naito is the leader of LIJ, which stands for Los Ingobernables de Japón. LIJ is pretty much the Japan extension of Los Ingobernables, which was co-founded by WWE superstar Andrade Cien Almas. So the faction that Naito is running over Japan was founded by Almas when he was in CMLL. So that's
for David Sosa. Is Y2J coming back to the WWE? Not anytime soon.
He's probably going to be doing what he did like last time. He did the Raw 25 or the Greatest Royal Rumble. He'll make a few cameos here and there. But Jericho has his tour, not tour, his we were just talking about this. We were joking around saying that we want to go to it. The cruise. He has his cruise coming up, which is getting interesting too.
Yes, that's another thing. Yes, his cruise, I believe, is October 27th through October 31st this year, I believe.
This year,
and apparently
he has stacked.
And apparently he's working with Impact Wrestling as well. What do you think about that?
Yes, Impact is. I know you're not the biggest fan of Impact. I watched Impact before the show. Impact is really starting to get back on its feet, and it's starting to get really interesting. It's a storyline going on right now, Sami Callihan and Eddie Edwards, that is really, really hot. Yes.
Sami Callihan is, What's up between him and Chris Jericho?
Callahan is just Callahan. He goes after whoever even he thinks is kind of trying to side-eye him for what he did to Eddie Edwards a few months ago. So he went in on Cornette.
Go ahead.
Cornette made remarks about it, so he kind of went in on Cornette and everything. Like, what's good, Bree? So anybody that kind of he thinks is kind of like ridiculing him for what he did, you're pretty much in his line of fire at that point.
Mm-hmm. And right now, he's like the hottest thing in wrestling right now, right? After that baseball.
Outside of WWE, he is the hottest heel in professional wrestling.
Mm. And he was once in the WWE, yeah, from his interview that he had with Huh?
He was in NXT for a few months. Went by the name of Solomon Crow.
I never knew who the fuck he was.
He was in NXT.
So was he like a jobber around that time?
He wasn't a jobber. He didn't stay long. Like, I feel like if he would have stayed long enough, he would have been on the main roster by now. But he showed up. Actually, his first appearance was he attacked C.J. Parker, who is now Juice Robinson in New Japan. So he attacked him because C.J. Parker was like this hippie guy. He was just like protesting in the ring and whatnot. He actually had a match with Kevin Owens, Kevin Owens was just starting to get fresh in NXT, which was actually pretty good. And so then he ended up leaving, and now he's working with Impact and Lucha Underground at the same time. Under two names.
So what do you, since we're talking about NXT, what's the like coming back to NXT or the WWE for that matter? I mean, do you think it would be wise for him to come back to the WWE?
Who?
Sammy
Callahan?
Yeah.
No, I think he's a little too hardcore.
You think he's a little bit too hardcore?
Look what they did. Look what they did to Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose and Sami Callihan were actually a team. And going back and watching their stuff at Combat Zone Wrestling, you see how Dean Ambrose was then as Jon Moxley. He's a shell of that now. So the things that Callahan is doing right now, he's not going to be able to do that in a PG setting.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. So you think that he should just stay far away from the WWE, including NXT, right?
Certain people don't. Certain people are better off outside of WWE, and he's one of those people.
Okay.
Build Impact to where it needs to be at, and then keep going from there.
Okay, so let's shit. Damn. I think I lost it real quick. Let's talk more about the Dominion real quick. So what other matches are you looking forward to?
Dominion. The Young Bucks. All right, so the Young Bucks, I know they are pretty controversial. A lot of people do not like the Young Bucks, but they're going against another team, two other people that are a part of the LIJ faction that Naito is running, Eva and Sonata.
Hold on one second. For those that are coming in right now, the topic right now, we're talking about New Japan Dominion 2008 match card right now. And then the next thing that we're going to talk about, we're going to get into some WWE news. So continue. Go ahead.
All right. So Young Bucks will be taking on Eva and Sonata, who are the IWGP Heavyweight Tag Team Champions at the moment. The Young Bucks have been known to be one of the greatest junior heavyweight tag team champions. And so since then, Cody is kind of been talking into the Young Bucks about getting into the heavyweight division. So the Bucks have been putting on weight to join the heavyweight tag division, and now they're going to challenge the champions there. Also, for those who do not know about the hottest thing going on that has gone on in New Japan in the last year plus, Kenny Omega and Kazuchika Okada have put on some of the greatest classics I've seen in years. They're going to do it again at Dominion. 2 out of 3 falls, no time limit. And so
And this
you ever
one is
heard
for
about how
the and this one is for the IWGP
heavyweight
heavyweight
championship?
championship.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
that one, Dave Meltzer gave their first encounter at Wrestle Kingdom 11 at 6 stars. So Dave Meltzer's about to break his own scale. I see it. Also, another WWE faithful. Where is it at?
Mm-hmm.
Where is it at?
Rey Mysterio.
Rey Mysterio. That's what it is. Rey Mysterio will be teaming up with Jushin Thunder Liger and Hiroshi Tanahashi to take on Marty Scurll, Hangman Page, and Cody.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I already know Cody and Ray can go back and forth with it. And so adding these other 4 other great talent is gonna be crazy.
Oh, that's gonna be sick. Oh my god. So everybody, first of all, I cannot wait for this pay-per-view because number one, it is on Saturday night. Okay, you don't have no excuses at all. Now, with Wrestle Kingdom, this was in the middle of the week. So I had to stay up at least. I had to stay up at 2:00 in the morning. And by the time they got to the main event with Chris Jericho and Kenny Omega, it was already like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. So I couldn't watch it like I really want to. But this Saturday night, everybody, I know for those that got church, you know what? You can praise God any day of the week, but you need to see this pay-per-view. I seen Wrestle Kingdom. I need to see this card as well. And for those that I was wondering, how can you see this for free? If you have a PlayStation 4, I'll show you how to get on here. It's not that hard.
Send me that because I got a PS4 now. So send me how you get that.
Indeed I will. As a matter of fact, it's not
a lot game, but I still my money funny.
Bro, I seen the whole entire pay-per-view uninterrupted. So I would show. I'll show you myself, but yeah, we'll talk about that Saturday night. So what other matches is on here you want to go through?
That was pretty much the matches that really stood out to me.
Okay.
Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. are like 2 of my favorites right now. Minoru Suzuki really got me at Wrestle Kingdom. Like his match with Goto, I was cringing at everything he did because he's so violent and it's like you're sick, but I like it.
So let me ask you this because like it seems like you really know your shit when it comes to like New Japan Wrestling. So these matches, are they all like no holds bar?
The thing about New Japan is this. They aren't really as strict. Sometimes the ref will kind of give a little leeway in certain senses. Tag team matches, for one, they don't really like force the not legal competitor to like get out the ring at a count of 5. Like you'll see them come in the ring at like a random point and just like start attacking, and then like slowly, then like out of nowhere they'll get back into outside the ring. I've seen sometimes where like in WWE a spot where you would get disqualified for is not technically they're not going to necessarily disqualify you unless it gets out of hand. And then it's a 20 count. 20 count to get back in the ring.
Wait, pause. You said 20 count?
To get back in the ring. But they count really fast. It's not like WWE counting. They got 1, 2, 3. So by the time they get to 20, it's pretty much 10.
Oh, well, shit. Okay, I'm learning more about New Japan. I mean, like I said, I would say this. Yes, I'm really getting to New Japan. I'm really getting into it because I love it. Like I seen the last pay-per-view. Something just told me I need to see more of New Japan because New Japan just gave me so much life. So let's get into some WWE news. Okay. All right. Let me just read first. All right. So someone was talking about Ricochet versus Velveteen Dream in Takeover Chicago. So like I said, when we was in WCC, we was talking about this particular topic. Um, do you think that this is going to be match of the year? You think?
If not, it definitely will make a case for it. I actually said in my show last week that I really feel like there are 3 matches right now that I can say have the every potential to really make a case for a match of the year. Mm-hmm. That one is one of them. Gargano and Champ is another one, and the tag match is the other one.
Mm-hmm. So what makes you think, like, what about this match is drawing so many people to, like, Ricochet and Velveteen? Because one thing I will say about Ricochet, I will keep saying this, I think he is too cold to be in the WWE, especially that flip that he did, like, when Velveteen came out and he was like, anything that Ricochet can do, I can do better. And when he did that somersault, oh my God.
Yeah, I sent the
did
message
this motherfucker do that?
Right.
Like, I mean, like, did he just do that?
I was sending a voice message, and as soon as that happened, I just marked out on the voice message. So it caught me by surprise. I was like, wow.
But the only thing that he doesn't have, and Velveteen Dream do have, is my skills. That's the only thing.
And the thing is, Velveteen, not Velveteen, Ricochet, that's always been his issue, but he's definitely shown that he's making improvements to it. And this is really what NXT is for those guys, because a lot of the guys they're bringing in now, they can wrestle circus around a lot of the guys that are kind of like that we've seen come through. Like the talent pool is crazy now, but the one spot that people really struggle with now is mic skills. Out of all the people that they brought in that's come through NXT and that are the main roster right now, how many of them can really talk on the mic? I give you Kevin Owens, I give you Alexa Bliss, Elias. And that's just the top 3 off my head.
Okay, so Chris asks what ethnicity is Ricochet. I do not know. Is he mixed?
He's probably mixed, but he's black.
Okay, he's okay. Because at first I thought that he was mixed with something. I don't know if it was.
I'm pretty sure he's mixed with something, but he's black.
Okay. So hopefully that answers your question. Aaron, my buddy Aaron, the Beast Aaron. Yes. Hopefully you get better, bro. Yes, I understand. Yeah, we can always talk later. So let's talk about some rumors real quick, because this is going to lead into Bobby Lashley, and I think you already know what I'm talking about because your ass is choking. Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship at SummerSlam. Now, everybody, before y'all get on me, this is a rumor. This is not official. This is a rumor. The only reason why I brought this up on the podcast is because I think it's very interesting. Because, I just can't help me out. How? I mean, why? Why? If this gonna go ahead.
I mean, would you rather see Seth Rollins and Brock or Roman and Brock? I mean, think about it. Seth Rollins right now, and no disrespect to AJ Styles. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan, but since WrestleMania 33, who has been more consistent in the ring than Seth Rollins?
I can't really think of anybody right now.
That's the thing. Seth Rollins has been consistent since WrestleMania 33. He's gone out there and he's gotten over by nothing but work rate. The one thing that nobody gets over with. Seth Rollins is a work rate guy, and he's gotten over with that. And 3 words: burn it down. It makes sense, and I know it kind of makes. Roman Reigns fans, and they kind of made sense of why Roman would be in that position because of the whole cage match they have in the Greatest Royal Rumble. Yeah, I understand that, but I don't want to see that. I'm sorry. Like, yeah, it's a long-winded feud, and they're trying to make it like old school, but I haven't been interested in it from jump. So what are they going to do now to make me interested in it? Now, this is something I got from JD, but this is something that I think could really make Roman a better star to the fans. That's if you notice that we haven't seen AOP in over a month now.
Yes. And for those that don't know who he's talking about, he talking about the Authors of Pain. Go ahead.
So AOP has not been shown on TV. The last time they were even like that I know that they wrestled is the night that they had that Bobby Lashley sit down interview where he talked about his three sisters. The live crowd was actually fortunate not to watch that. They got to watch AOP squash some jobbers. So that was the last time I've even heard about AOP even being used. Like the dark matches that we got, the pre-show matches, we got superstars, so they weren't no superstars when I went 2 weeks ago. So if this is what I think happens. Okay, we get the Roman versus Brock match that Uncle Dave has been said that is the rumor right now. So Dave Meltzer saying that the rumor is Roman again. So what if Brock Lesnar is like destroying Roman Reigns as usual, and then out comes Akam and Razor, and they help Roman to take out Brock, and it sends Brock out of here, and then Roman is new champion, but he's a heel champion, which I really believe that is really where Roman is going to make a better impact. I mean, look at his cousin. Nobody liked Rocky Maivia. And I mean, outside of his brother, rest in peace, can you name another Samoan through that family that really didn't have a heel run that really pushed them over the top, pushed them to where they are?
We can't talk about Yokozuna because Yokozuna was trash.
He was heel too.
I know, but did it push him all the way to the moon?
Not really, but you mean you got guys like Rikishi who did it for The Rock. The Rock is another one.
Well, damn, that was savage. I don't know. To be really honest with you, I really do not know. I think the only way that Roman can get over, I keep saying this, is that he cleans up his image. And I'm not talking about cut the hair and all this shit. No, I think that's a little bit too extreme. I think it's just he needs a complete makeover. I mean, from the
ditch anything Shield.
Huh?
Anything that reminds you of the Shield, he needs to go ahead and just drop it.
Because right now, it's getting completely whack. And then on top of that, it's bad enough that Raw every week is literally unwatchable. And that's really fucked up. Because Raw is supposed to be the flagship show. And yet, it's like watching paint dry on your fucking wall. It's like you see the same shit, but they're not cleaning nothing up. They're just saying, well, we're going to put on this same shit that we put on last week, and you're going to like it, and we don't give a fuck your opinions at all. And that is what's hurting the show. And Roman is not going to get over on this product whatsoever. I don't give a fuck if the family product is not going to work. It's just not going to work. And if they want to turn Roman heel, it needs to be believable. It needs to be believable. Because if it's not, it's not going to work. And he might have to do
the heel turn. It writes itself. Like you can use anything you want to validate his heel turn. The fact that the fans are booing him, that's enough right there. It's like he can come out and say, "I've done all these things for you," and y'all sit here and constantly disrespect me. I've gone out here and fought for you all. And what do you do for me? You boo me out of buildings. You walk out on my matches. And he just comes out there and cuts a scathing promo. He has it in him. I don't care what anybody says. Roman has the ability to cut a promo. He's a Samoan. Look at his lineage. The scripted promos is really killing him.
Mm-hmm. I think the promo, because I've seen his heel work. You know, when he was in NXT, I've seen a glimpse of it. I keep saying this. When he was in that suit, he was a complete asshole. But it didn't seem natural. But I still loved it. I still loved it. If he's going to get over, he needs to do a promo so savage, it will have everyone talking. Just like that promo that CM Punk did when he was in Las Vegas. He sat down and he just basically aired out his grievances and didn't give a shit at all. Right. It got to be one of those type of promos. If it's not one of those promos, and if it's like just average, it's not going to work.
And this is the thing,
Corey. It got to be one of those promos where he is talking about kids. Like, I don't give a fuck about your kids. Your kids can suck my dick. That's, well, not that savage, but one of them savage ass promos where it have everyone like completely talking. Like, it just, everybody's like nonstop. Everybody talking about it at work. Everybody talking about it on the playground. Everybody talking about it on bus stops. I mean, that type of promo that CM Punk need. I mean, not CM Punk, but Roman Reigns needs. Otherwise, this is not going to work.
This is just me. If he channels the way he was around this time last year and uses that to really push towards his heel turn, like his attitude last year after beating Undertaker, like his attitude was, he kind of came off heelish at times. And it really would have made sense at that point, the night after, the way the crowd was the night after Mania after he beat Undertaker. The crowd is eating him alive. And that was one of his greatest promos right there. The fact that he only used 5 words to cut that, "It's my yard now, mic drop, leave." That's all he had to do, and he won the crowd that night. That was one of those times where it's like, yeah, Roman really got the crowd right now in his hands. Now, this is where he capitalized on.
I think he could have came off better than that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, the thing that confuses me about the WWE, they have no sense of direction. When you tell them to go up, they go down. When you tell them to go right, they go left. And it's hurting the product because it's happening every fucking week. And it's happening on their main show. And it's embarrassing because we know the WWE got so much potential. We know that they can bring their A game. We know that, yes, Chris, no consistency whatsoever. It's like they got something hot and then they just turn it into shit. Like Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley is capable of so much more. And yet, he is in these stupid ass skits. You know what? I didn't even watch Raw this past Monday. I heard about it. I heard about him and Sami Zayn and their little, I don't know what the fuck you want to call that shit, but maybe you can probably talk about it. I've seen the Lashley sisters in the RuPaul Drag Race, and after that shit, I didn't give a fuck about it. I said I'm not watching Raw no more for the rest of this year. If I do, I'm going to dib and dab a little bit, but no. So I don't know what to think.
I mean, the Raw has been like it has its moments. Now I did laugh a little bit. I died when what's his name? Kurt Hawkins had a match against the Jobber. The Jobber, they were in Houston first of all. So in Houston, he went up against a wrestler named James Hardy.
You said James Hardy?
James Hardy.
James Hardy?
Harden.
Harden.
From the Rock.
Oh, okay. Oh,
it wasn't James Harden, but it was a wrestler, and they called him James Harden.
I know. Okay.
So I kind of died at that because it was like, why would they even do such a stupid thing like this? But then,
Did he have a
Elias, No.
Did he have a beard?
Pasty white guy, skinny, but he is the embodiment of a vanilla midget.
Anyway,
and he won by DQ. Thanks to Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin came out there and.
Is it because of them tacos bullshit or whatever that everybody?
Yes, that's what that whole thing was about. Because they're still pushing this whole storyline of how Kurt Hawkins hasn't won a match since he returned. Now he's 0-200.
Seriously?
So, 0-200.
Seriously?
He's the reverse Goldberg.
Okay, Tori brought up this bullshit. Yeah, because I seen this shit and then I turned off and I was playing Dead or Alive. Tori said that Braun Strowman breaking the ladder was the best moment on Raw. I totally disagree. I mean, I've seen motherfuckers break the ladder before. Braun Strowman breaking the ladder did not impress me whatsoever. I mean, the ladder was off. I didn't give a fuck. Huh?
I mean, we knew it was already broken.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. This is my opinion. I didn't know. I didn't care. I didn't give a fuck.
I think my highlight was obviously, I'm a huge Elias fan. So Elias was my highlight for Raw. Because Elias, it doesn't matter where Elias is at. He's going to get probably the biggest crowd reaction all night. When he was in Richmond, I was weak at it because when I went to Raw in Richmond, like he straight up like demolished the crowd, and he had the crowd work the whole time. I had some little boy behind me screaming like a little girl, killing my friend's ears. She's saying like, "Why is he yelling like this?"
That's what I'm saying. Natural fucking heat. Not a lot of heel like characters have that like type of natural heat where they just like really hate you or whatever. But speaking of Elias, what about his upcoming match with Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank for the IC Championship?
It's probably going to be one of the matches of the night. That's just a given with who he's going against. Again, the whole thing I was talking about, the most consistent wrestler since WrestleMania 33. I don't expect Elias to win here unless the whole rumor about him going against Lesnar is true. But then again, you still have TLC coming up. Not TLC. Extreme Rules is next month. So you still have that for Seth Rollins to lose the title. But I will be very much surprised and then also pleased if I see Elias winning at the next pay-per-view. Money in the Bank.
So, so what's the chances of Seth Rollins going in SummerSlam? Like, okay, for argument's sake, he's going to go against Brock Lesnar. What is the chances of him being the first Universal / IC champion?
Ooh. I mean, I wouldn't put it past him. He was the first person to hold the WWE Championship and the United States Championship.
To be honest with you, I really believe that the WWE is going to pull that trigger on him being a double champion. It wouldn't surprise me. Because right now, because right now, Seth Rollins is one of the hottest stars right now on Raw, and he got a lot of momentum going into Money.
He's back to where he was when he was WWE champion, because I was a huge fan of his heel run. And so his injury kind of really derailed that, and he kind of got into this little funk. Like he came back, won the title, then in like 5 minutes lost it against Dean Ambrose, and after that he really was never able to recover until after the Triple H feud. So now he's back to where he was post WrestleMania 31. So I'm loving what I'm seeing out of him. And he's really, and I love Miz, but he's really bringing the IC title to even more heights than what Miz had it at. Right now, who cares about the Universal title right now? Because the title to have right now is the Intercontinental Championship, thanks to Rollins.
Mm-hmm. So speaking of Miz, Miz been on a low. Well, no, he hasn't been on the low profile. But since we're talking about Miz, do you think Miz is going to be WWE champion by the end of this year?
I would not be surprised. Miz is actually my pick to win Money in the Bank. I think that's what's really going to happen because once Daniel Bryan eventually signs this contract extension, I think that's when they're going to put him in a title match. And I think what's going to happen is either Daniel Bryan is going to win and Miz cashes in on Daniel Bryan, or Miz is going to find that awesome opportunity, Seth Rollins style, and steal the victory that way. And then just to get the one up on Daniel Bryan, that's what's really going to start pushing that feud.
So how is Daniel Bryan is going to be WWE champion though? He's going to probably go against AJ Styles, whatever. At one point, you think?
I think so.
So if this does happen, where do you see this happening? At SummerSlam?
Probably somewhere after that. I'm not sure about the pay-per-view schedule after SummerSlam, but somewhere after that. I don't think they need to rush anything. I'm all about timing. I think timing is everything when it comes to wrestling. If you do anything a second too soon, it'll throw the whole story off. So I think either I really want this to go into WrestleMania 35. I want Daniel Bryan and Miz to culminate to finish off at 35. So as long as they can hold it off, do so.
Tori asked a question. He said, speaking of Daniel Bryan, what are your thoughts about his promo on Big Cass? I did not see SmackDown this past Tuesday, so I'm going to put that question to Mr. N over there.
Big Cass promo sucked. The one positive thing about that whole promo is this place where he did the promo. It really gave an old school vibe. That was great. Daniel Bryan's promo came actually off air. It should be on the YouTube channel. And Daniel Bryan has never really been like the biggest promo guy, but I really like this promo here because he went in on the whole "you can't teach that" thing. He was like, well, he wants to hear talk about how, and pretty much Cass's whole promo was on the fact that he's tall. That's all he talked about. It was like, I'm tall, you're short. That was the whole gist of Cass promo on Tuesday night. So Daniel Bryan came out saying, well, all he wants to talk about is like how he's 7 foot tall and you can't teach that. Well, let's see how he can wrestle his way out of a heel hook or a yes lock. He's like, you can't wrestle yourself out of it because you don't have the wrestling ability to get out of it. So he went and said, like, you can't out wrestle me. Is pretty much what he went with.
I'm sorry, but every time I don't watch SmackDown, I always miss like the good shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, Lindsay. We'll talk about about special guests like, after the show. Just hit me up after the podcast. Let me see. There was one thing I want to talk about: AJ Styles versus Shinsuke. This past Tuesday, I seen that shit on YouTube and I laughed my ass off. Shinsuke is not shit, and it's hilarious. That is the part look like he was like a fucking ass at that damn table. He talk about.
The pen is broken.
Pen is broken. What else did he say? He was like,
"Can I borrow?" He was like, the first pen was like, "There's no ink in here. Can I borrow your pen?" AJ's pen is broken. Threw it right back at him. And then AJ has pretty much gets carried out of the room, and then Shinsuke pulls the pin out of his jacket. Once he put that pin out of his jacket, I lost everything at that point. I was like, you know what, Shinsuke, you're terrible.
He is a terrible fucking human being, but I love it. I love this fucking storyline. It's the only thing is that he is not going to be WWE champion by the time this is all over.
I really want him to be, because the way it's going right now, he's hot as a heel right now, and I really want to see more of it. And I do know AJ is it's so many different options right now that I would really love to see. Now, if Shinsuke does win, I think that's where Daniel Bryan,
right?
Huh?
After Money in the Bank, right?
I think what they're gonna do after Money in the Bank is probably AJ and Joe. I think that's next.
But would they pull the trigger and give Samoa Joe the WWE Championship? Where are they willing to do that? Is the question.
Oof, I'm not sure. I would hope so, because AJ's been holding on to this title since November. He's had the title since November. He won it in England.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's held it since before Survivor Series. So I think he's done everything he can with it right now. He's actually had a longer reign now than he did last time. So,
yeah, because he's like working on what, 8 months, I think.
November,
7
December,
months.
March, April, May, June. Yeah, this is 7.
Yeah, so that's like, this is probably like his longest like title run he's had, and it's been decent. I loved it. I mean, I love AJ Styles.
There was some points where I was down on it. The whole thing where, like, before WrestleMania, it felt like his title run was playing second fiddle to the Kevin Owens and Shane segments. Like, he was kind of playing. He was in the back to what was going on with Shane, Sammy, Kevin, and everything like that.
What happened to the bar? They fell the fuck off.
The thing with that is SmackDown is very stacked with tag teams. I do not think it's going to really be a bad thing for them kind of playing backdoor right now, because it's going to have to be a revolving door for the tag teams. Because remember, we still haven't seen Sanity. So
Sanity hasn't debuted yet, but they
the Good Brothers
with house shows, right?
Yeah, they did their first house show last week. No, either this week or last week. So, and they don't know when they're going to debut either.
Still don't know.
There was a rumor about some tag team breaking up, so I got to see what that's about. Hopefully, that's not about the bar.
You said a tag team's supposed to break up? Are you? I'm hoping to do this.
So I'm gonna check it out and see what is who are they rumoring to break up. Hopefully, it's not the bar, because they can't afford to lose anybody on Raw. So let's just throw that out the window. Now for SmackDown, they could probably afford a loss here or there, depending on who it is. And maybe it is the bar, because we know Sheamus is kind of on his last legs.
Yeah,
he has some nagging injuries that he's been.
Sheamus is dealing with a career-ending injury because he got, I think, spine paralysis. I think it was something that he's got going on with his spine or whatever, and he's not going to be wrestling long, unfortunately. So
I've never really been a Sheamus fan, but I have to get a guy a lot of respect for the fact that he's gone out there with this injury and still goes out there and puts on, like, this has probably been Sheamus' best run. Him and Cesaro, this has been the best I've seen Sheamus.
And especially their chemistry in the ring is like, great. You know. Let me see. I think that is it. Did you want to bring something else up before we go to fan reaction?
I think I covered everything I wanted to talk about.
Okay. Yeah, because I think I think we talked about everything. I think.
Yeah.
Oh, one more thing before I let you go. Mick brought this up earlier. Shawn Michaels talking about coming out of retirement for one last match. What do you think about that?
Ooh. I actually saw this coming. I actually saw this coming. Who was it against? He was a special guest referee for a match with Adam Cole and Drew McIntyre at an NXT event. They actually showed it on one of the NXT shows. I think it was after a takeover. Yeah, it was good. And he threw a super kick. Mm-hmm. He got into the match and everything, so he threw a super kick. And he looked great. So I think, if anything, this has been my dream match since Styles came in. I want to see Styles in HBK.
AJ Styles versus HBK. Now, do you think in HBK's age, with him having one good eye, do you think that he can actually fuck with AJ Styles? And
Blow Dog.
Yeah, I got.
He put up a great match.
What'd you say? I don't think we heard you.
I said that if you put AJ Styles up against a blow up dog, like Kota Ibushi and Kenny Omega did, I think he put on a great match too.
Wait a minute, wait. What? Whoa! Did you say a blow up dog?
A blow up dog.
Isn't a blow up dog
for
purposes?
This has happened. There have been matches with blow up dogs, and they've been rather entertaining.
The fact that you're entertaining this shit is hilarious. It's really hilarious that you're really entertaining.
It's pro wrestling. Anything can happen.
I understand that. I mean,
Mae Young gave she gave birth to a hand. Come on now. And anything can happen in professional wrestling.
The only thing that I was really interested in that storyline, that the hand was not black, but I digress. Anyway, so we're gonna go to fan reaction. Once again, thank you so much for coming on. It's been a blast having you. We got to do this again. But yes, thank you so much for coming on the show. And where can they find you?
The Resolution Show, I will put it into the WCC group. The Resolution Show. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and type it in the chat as well.
Okay, go ahead. Do what you do. All right, brother. Well, thank you so much for coming on, and we'll talk to you later. All right, everybody. So we got 18 people in here. So this is fan reaction. This is one of our popular segments where you fans you can talk with me, rant, get whatever's off your mind, talk about the shit that we have not talked about on the podcast so far. You can leave your leave a comment down below, or continue to keep talking or whatever. If you want to come on, all you gotta do is hit that little request, that little green little icon down below, and I will put you on. We'll talk for about 6 minutes, and then I'll move on to the next caller. And remember to share this podcast, Lindsay. Is there any girls on here? I'm assuming so. I'm not too sure. I like I said, everybody keeps coming in and out, so you know what I'm saying. So I'll be right back. Let me get my timer. All right. Ow. Okay. All right, guys. So I'm going to give you about 6 minutes. We'll go around the room, and then our final segment, we're going to have Matt come up on here, Mr. C Dog, my co-host, and we're going to have Trash of the Week. And yeah,
All right, let's go ahead. Let's do this. The green button is down below where you can see. I don't know what type of phone you have, but it's down below. So that little green button on your right side, you should see it down on your phone or on your laptop or however you're viewing the podcast. Damn, we got 5 people up in this bitch. Okay, all right. All of you guys, one by one. So please stand by. Stand by. Don't go nowhere. I'm gonna get everybody. So don't go nowhere. All right. What's up, Corey? How you?
Hey, it's been a while. A couple weeks, maybe.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm doing
All
good.
right.
Hanging in there. Same stuff.
That's good. All right. So, what's this big thing that you wanted to talk about tonight? I mean, like, what's up? What's really good?
Oh, you'll find out in the next year or two. All I know, things are changing, and you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I can't talk about it, but there's things I heard about CM Punk's next fight. When was that fight? When is it?
Mm-hmm.
Next week? Is it next week?
This
week?
Saturday.
He's gonna. No offense, but he's gonna get his ass kicked again.
So you don't have no faith in CM Punk? What type of fan are you? You're supposed to have faith in CM Punk. He's a god. Come on now.
He's a wrestler, and I gotta, it is what it is. Blanco Loco, that's the man. That's the guy to watch out for, bro.
Oh my God. Wait a minute.
No, I want to talk about the UFC. Nothing with wrestling, just the UFC, honestly. That's what my interest was. No, but, he may be ready, he may be not, but I would rather see him wrestle. But, yeah, maybe he'll have a win in the UFC. I'm looking forward to that fight. I might actually just order it just for that.
You know, you can go to BW Boost and actually watch it. That's if you have a Buffalo Wild Wings in your location. I'm assuming you do.
5 minutes down the road.
Okay, see, that's what I'm saying. You know, you might as well just go and see. You ain't doing shit Saturday night. You probably just gonna get laid or something or whatever. But yes, you can just go down the road. It's 5 minutes away from you instead of paying $50 dollars. I mean, I'm just keeping it real.
No, I'm probably gonna work a little bit and then go from there.
Mm-hmm. But do you think that this? Let me ask you this: do you actually think that this pay-per-view is worth $60?
Depends.
Now,
I mean, I got a group of people that I'll go come over and watch it. Like me and my buddy, we grew up watching this kind of stuff. So I mean, he's more into it than I am. But yeah.
Now, would it be like in fans' best interest to not get this pay-per-view based on CM Punk and just go to...
I mean, if they're using CM Punk to draw, I mean, it's smart because it gets them money, but at the same time, you want to put on a good matchups. You want to see, as a fan of UFC, I want to see someone get their ass kicked.
Mm-hmm. And do you want to see CM Punk get his ass?
I don't want to see him get his ass kicked, but I mean, from what I saw, he's been working his ass off.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't he work his ass off the last time he got his ass beat? The last time? I mean, I'm not being a savage. I'm just saying, like, I just don't think this is for CM Punk. I'm just keeping this shit real. Based on what I seen the last time, this is not for CM Punk. He just needs to go back to professional wrestling. Because if he loses this time, he has no choice but to go back to professional wrestling. This shit is not for him. It's just not.
What if he wins? What if he actually wins? Well, think about it. Any type of sports, right? You're gonna fail when you first try. You're always gonna fail. But I mean, if he does lose, then yeah.
This is not a Brock Lesnar type of situation. It's not. I just think that CM Punk did this whole thing about him, like, you know, being in USC, whatever, accomplishing his dream. Well, this dream was a nightmare the last time he was in an octagon. He got his ass whooped in less than 2 minutes. And I just don't think so. As a matter of fact, I'll bet you that he will lose less than 3 minutes.
Who's he fighting again?
Hmm?
Who's he fighting again? I forgot.
He is fighting against Kevin Lee. I do not know who in the fuck this cat is, but yeah. Apparently he went on Twitter and said that he's not really impressed by CM Punk at all, even though that they're fighting in his hometown, Chicago. He's not impressed based on his comments. And he was being brutally honest. He seen the last time CM Punk was in the octagon, and he wasn't impressed. No, I'm not dissing CM Punk. No. First of all, let's make one thing clear. I'm not dissing CM Punk. CM Punk dissed himself when he went in that octagon. He got his ass choked out. Oh no, not choked out, but beat the fuck down. So I'm just gonna keep that shit real. But I'm going to give you the last thought. I'm going to give you the last comment before we let you go. Just whatever's on your mind, go ahead, say it.
Well, you know, I hope that he wins, and I hope he can make a career out of it. But, I mean, CM Punk back to professional wrestling, that'd be great. That everybody would love it. I personally would too. But I mean, you got to give the man credit that he stepped into the octagon. Not many people would.
Okay. I'll give you that. But he still was ass whooped. But yeah, I digress anyway. All right, bro. I will talk to you later. Thank you so much for your comments.
No problem. Take care.
You too. All right, let's go on to the next caller, Keenan. What's going on? What's going on? Come on. What's going on?
Well, has arrived. I got some major tea to spill, bitches.
All right. Keenan, what's going on? Huh?
First off, let me just congratulate CM Punk for winning his court case that he, was in. I congratulate him. Thank you. Now,
so
one thing I want to
you got?
The major tea I had to spill is about Mr. Brock Lesnar. For what I heard on WrestlingInc.com, there's a real rumor going on saying that, he might be forfeiting the Universal Championship before SummerSlam.
Really?
I'm dead serious.
Now, where did you find this out at? Because I didn't hear about that shit.
I found it out on WrestlingInc.com.
Now, why would he be? So why would he be forfeiting I'm about to say UFC championship. Why would he be forfeiting the Universal Championship? That doesn't.
I don't know precisely. For maybe I might be wrong on that, but I just heard all this stuff about him going to UFC, blah blah blah, all that other stuff after SummerSlam. And I heard that he was getting sick of holding the Universal title, but I did hear that Paul Heyman will possibly leave after SummerSlam, which will not be a surprise to me.
No, I'm not surprised because you know what Paul Heyman has vocally said in public that the WWE right now is just no, just not up to his standards, quote unquote. It's just not.
Oh yeah.
Because Paul Heyman is the type of mic talker that is completely savage, and he I honestly I'm surprised half the shit he said on the air, the WWE let him get away with. But it
Oh
made
yeah.
television, you know what I'm saying?
If I do it again,
But
it's gonna start
with,
time.
if that is correct, I wouldn't even blame Paul Heyman for losing the WWE. I wouldn't even blame him because there's really nothing for him to do. Because you got Vince in a corner that is, well, no, I don't want that. I don't think that's really good for television because we got kids watching. That type of shit. So I mean, I wouldn't I would miss him. I would really miss Paul Heyman. If that's true,
Now, one thing that shocked me was what I found out yesterday. I heard that Chris Jericho is heading to Impact Wrestling, and I'm like, why is he going to Impact Wrestling?
no.
Can someone explain this to me?
He's not going to Impact Wrestling. He's going to have Impact Wrestling stars on his cruise in August. I mean, excuse me, not August, October. So right now he's working out. He's going to be working with Impact Wrestling because right now he's working with Ring of Honor, New Japan, and Impact Wrestling, whatever, for the cruise. So right now he's in a little partnership with Impact Wrestling right now.
Okay. That's what I thought. And two things that really caught my eye from Monday Night Raw. Well, I know you haven't watched it, but Natalia faced Nia Jax, and I think Natalia tweaked her knee. I don't know if it is part of the storyline or she's really tore something in her knee, but because the bitch was on crutches, and
to be
this
honest,
might hinder her.
I'm going to be very savage about this shit. Because that's the type of person that I am. I hope she broke the fuck out that damn knee and she don't ever come back. But no, all seriousness though, but I think she tweaked the fuck out that damn knee. I seen it. It looked very nasty.
Yeah, and being that because she is part of the Money in Bank ladder match for the women, I wonder since because Money in Bank is in 2 weeks, so hopefully her knee is not that bad, or maybe she's going to have to give her spot to someone else, maybe Alicia Fox, maybe Bailey. You may never know. But hey, you win some and you lose some. What could I say? And another thing that really caught my eye is that being that they had this. What was that?
And it kind of odd that she would have an injury right before Money in the Bank, though.
Oh yeah, it is odd because I kept hearing that she was going to win the ladder match and then turn on Ronda when she faced Nia or something like that.
And they said now Leslie said that Mickey James should replace Messiah.
I mean, I would not be surprised if Mickey does replace Natalia, because being that she had a few star-studded matches with Trish Stratus in the past and everything. I mean, it would not surprise me if she does. I mean, heck, we only got 3 women who's not we don't have Liv Morgan, we don't have Ruby, we don't have Sarah, we don't have Alicia, we don't have Bailey, we don't have Mickey. I mean, there's only 6 women who's not in this Money in the Bank ladder match for Raw. So, but the fact of the matter is that it wouldn't surprise me.
Okay.
But okay. I would rather see Ruby in that Money in the Bank ladder match. Seriously.
Ruby's been on the roll as of late.
I know, right? The bitch has been on a roll, basically.
I've been keeping her out.
This is definitely the perfect time. I love the Riot Squad. Don't get me wrong, I love them, but this is definitely the good time for them to break up because Ruby is already a star of her own, and I love Liv, and I love Sarah but Ruby is a star on her own. She don't need the Riot Squad. She don't.
That's true. I don't even know why these bitches are even in the stable anyway. It's like it's no point.
Exactly. And here's a little bold statement for for people out there. I think as much as I love Seth Rollins so much, I got that feeling in the back of my mind that Elias might become the new Intercontinental Champion at Money in the Bank.
He's gonna find her.
Because being how he is so over right now with the crowd, I could see him being Intercontinental Champion.
I can't even disagree. I actually agree with you. I agree with you. I really believe that in one shape, I think he will pull an upset on Seth Rollins, and people.
Now, question for you: if you saw SmackDown this past Tuesday, how do you feel about this feud between Sin Cara and Andrade Cien Almas?
It's gonna be badass.
Oh yes, definitely. I said the same damn thing.
Because
finally finally they're giving Sin Cara to do something on there.
Oh, she had a pocket knife.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like that cat, like I don't know. Like he's like hot and then cold. Like they utilize him to push somebody else. And
if they're going to utilize Sin Cara, at least I know he's under 205. Put him on 205 Lion with Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and let's say Dorado for the Lucha House Party. I mean, heck.
Oh, it's pretty gory.
But he's already was a tag team partner with Kalisto already.
In order for them to get their shine, 205 needs to be promoted just like NXT. And to be honest with you, the only time that we actually hear about 205 if it's put up on social media. Like nobody really talks about 205 like that.
And speaking of which on 205 Live, I am so fucking excited that Leo Rush is heading over to the 205 Live roster.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that shit too. Yeah.
Because I saw his promo on Tuesday night, and I was like, ooh, finally they're putting him on 205 Live. Finally. And I think they're gonna portray him as like a rich playboy heel character type.
Wait, say that again?
I think they're going to portray him as like a heel character, like of a rich playboy, like something like that.
Oh, I thought you said, you know what? At first, I thought you said slave boy. I was like, oh, no. Anyway, thank you so much for your comments. I gotta move on to this caller. Thank you so much, Keenan.
Well, anytime.
All right, y'all. Let's go to the next caller. All right, Ontario, you are next. What's going on, everybody? Right now, we are in the middle of fan reaction right now, so keep your requests coming in. Yeah, keep bringing your requests. All you gotta do is just hit that little green button down below, and I will get you in after I'm done with the other callers. All right. So right now we're waiting for Doc Ock tonight. So there he is. What's going on, Doc?
How much?
Are you like blowing your hair? Blowing your hair and tonight? I mean, like, are you trying to have a?
It's just I have my fan on. That's why.
I mean, I'm like saying, are you having a like what's that one cat name? Shit, the dude that did like this.
That's not helping me.
Yeah.
Oh, John Morrison.
John Morrison, yes.
Yeah.
You have not one of the moments. Anyway, Doc, all right. So what's up? What's going on?
Okay. Well, first of all, I want to wish WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley happy birthday. Today is his birthday, so I wish him a happy birthday. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Oh yeah, of course, last week John Morrison Johnny Nitro, or whoever the hell you want to call him. He got married last week, so that was actually pretty cool.
Married to that one chick that was cheating on him, right?
No, it's somebody else. Her name, I think her name's like Tara Valkyrie or something like that.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
God, because I'm like, damn, I keep telling people you cannot turn a hoe into a housewife. But I digress.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Jesus. Yeah,
Just
no, what a crazy week for wrestling we had. Of course, CM Punk and Colt Cabana winning their case. That's pretty cool. The one thing that questions me though is the doctor going to get fired from WWE since he lost the case? Because he did break some rules though.
I mean, like, what rules did he actually break though? Like, I mean, other than being a bitch, in real life.
Yeah, no, I think there's some violations that he wasn't telling the truth to CM Punk and some other wrestlers.
About his
So
lump.
yeah, his lump and some other stuff as well, because he admitted it on the stand that he did break a couple of health codes. So I'm like, if you do that, shouldn't the WWE fire him for that? Because that. Do you really want to do you really want to have somebody work for a company that does break certain rules? I mean, I know the WWE did break some rules in other wrestling companies, but some ways they bounce back, in some ways they don't. But I have a feeling that this doctor, they would probably be gone, So
I mean, don't you think that the doctor would have been fired already though? I mean, like, why in the fuck would the WWE like prolong this shit? Seeing that, CM Punk did win his case or whatever. The doctor is a fucking liar. He's a fucking bitch. He basically like, practiced all types of untrue practices, when he's seeing his patients. He's saying that, oh, well, no, you're fine, but I actually was lying in real life. I mean, I'm trying to figure out why the WWE haven't like fired this motherfucker already.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm not sure if it's one of those guys that they trust and stuff, but I'm like, you could fire them, and then you also have like third people who have second opinions, and they trust those doctors. They should hire those guys too, as long as they're trustworthy, at least directed to the board of directors or Vince McMahon, saying, okay, Vince, this is what's going on with this guy. He might not come back to wrestle within a few months, so and so. But, I would say let that guy go and move on, so nobody could go through the same BS that Colt Cabana did, as well as CM Punk. Well, Colt Cabana really didn't go through anything. It's just that his podcast, he gave all the information to the podcast, and that's why he got sued. But like the BS that CM Punk went through, nobody should go through again. Right now in the WWE. But I'm just glad that CM Punk won something this week, because I'm not sure if he's going to win his UFC match. But I wish the best of luck to him. But when he said that
that said that shit, that you don't have a lot of confidence, just because Corey said the same thing. You guys do not have any faith in CM Punk whatsoever, because as well as I do that man is trash in the UFC.
No, look, there's wrestlers we've seen that went from wrestling to MMA and then back to wrestling again. And Shamrock has done it. Brock Lesnar has done it. I'm going to mention an old name that nobody has heard in a long time. Dan Severance has done it as well.
I still remember that. I still remember Flabby. I still remember him.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Look, my opinion, not everybody can go from wrestling and go to MMA. It's not for everybody. Yeah, we have athletes in the world who can from football to baseball, like Bo Jackson, or Deion Sanders. But like I said, you can't do dual sports, You know, I always root for CM Punk, no matter if if he did anything bad or good. You know, wrestling career or training wise. But he's also a writer too.
There's a question for you. Someone said or asked you, were you related to Abyss?
To Abyss.
The dude that's in TNA, I guess.
No, I don't have any. I don't know. I don't have. I can't read the comments through here, so sorry, I can't.
No, it's cool. No.
Yeah.
I'm just like, you kind of favor him a little bit, whatever,
Yeah.
the hair and the other shit.
Yeah, I know. It's hot in my room. That's why. So. But,
so I'm gonna give you one last comment, like anything that you want to talk about. Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of excited for Oblivion, that New Japan pay-per-view. Actually kind of want to see that match between Naito and Jericho, Omega, and who's a current the Rainmaker. I lost his name for a second. Shit, fuck. But speaking of Kenny Omega, I know how they said that Shawn Michaels has one more match within him, and they said it's either Daniel Bryan, Samoa Joe, or AJ Styles. I really want him to wrestle Kenny Omega. Yeah, I really want to see him wrestle him.
Shawn Michaels going against Kenny Omega?
No, that's what I want.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, I'm like, Kenny Omega not in the WWE? Okay, so
No.
if Shawn Michaels did decide to come back to the WWE, how would you bring him in? And who would you have him go against?
It has to be if it has to be a WWE guy. I would have Shawn Michaels come out as a guest, and then would come out as a guest, and then they would do like a certain promo, or if they're doing a tournament, and then they would have whoever you want, and they're like Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, Daniel Bryan, Seth Rollins, whoever, and they're all for a title. And then, one of those guys would lose, and they get so frustrated. Within a few weeks, Shawn Michaels would try to help them out about, how the way they would handle a loss or whatever. And then the wrestler that would all of a sudden would think Shawn Michaels, and then he would turn his back on him, and then they would do the build-up, from then on. But if it's going to be like a pay-per-view event, it would have to be between the big four. SummerSlam, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, or WrestleMania. But most likely it would either be a SummerSlam or a WrestleMania match. Because I can't see it in the other two.
Honestly, I would say WrestleMania, because that's where he built his career off of, and that's where he lost.
Yeah, that's where he shines. But for the wrestler that I would choose, because I haven't seen him wrestle a big guy in a while, I really like to see him wrestle against Samoa Joe. Yeah. If you think about, so AJ Styles and HBK,
like that.
Yeah,
I like that. Yeah,
you're gonna have you're gonna have a 6-star match with AJ Styles and HBK. But if you want something that's unpredictable, go with Samoa Joe and HBK. And I bet you anything, he would make Samoa Joe bring out his A game.
Yes,
yeah,
he will make him work. Yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for your comments, Doc. Always a pleasure for having you on the show.
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, no problem. All right, let's get somebody we haven't seen in a while. All right, so right now, everybody, I got about 6. I've got 6 requests so far. So I'm just picking you guys out at random. So, but if anybody want to come on, just ask for a request down below, that little green button down below. And remember to hit us up on youtube.com #Heels for Life. The actual link is down below. So all you gotta do is just click on and then go immediately to our page and just subscribe. What's going on, Kenny? How you doing? Or should I say Draymond Green?
I get that a lot.
Oh my God! What's up, bro? How you doing? You haven't been on the show in a minute.
Yeah, man, I've been working. You know, it's been busy.
All right, so what are your thoughts?
Well, basically, I didn't get a chance to watch SmackDown. I didn't watch the entire SmackDown live, nor did I watch the entire Monday Night Raw. But I did hear about what's been going on leading into Money in the Bank. But this is kind of what I've been talking about as far as the Money in the Bank pay-per-view goes. See, everybody is riding on either Raw to win the guys' Money in the Bank ladder match, but the sad part is it's not gonna happen. It's not. Because I've told a lot of people this, and a lot of people kind of just looked at it like, how can they not lose and everything like that, because they got Braun Strowman, they got Finn Balor, you know, they got those guys and everything like that. But then I'm saying, no, it is a possibility that SmackDown is going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. The reason why I say that is basically because they got the WWE title, and the champion, the WWE champion, is on SmackDown pretty much every week. Every single week he's on the show. But on Raw, you barely don't see the Universal Champion Brock Lesnar. Like, you barely don't see him.
That makes. So the question is, who? That's the question. Who on SmackDown do you think will win Money on the Bank or Money in the Bank?
Most likely Samoa Joe. He's like the main person that they're kind of riding on. It's either him or I want to say The Miz, because they are trying to, like, you know, make him that top star on SmackDown Live. But they're also kind of looking at one of the New Day members to win the Money.
Someone said no. There's a couple of people that's disagreeing with you right now. Like, I wouldn't say Samoa Joe. I wouldn't say him. I would probably say it's a toss-up between The Miz and if Big E does go in the main, if he does go in the ladder match, I would say Big E, because Big E right now is hot. He is like the hottest thing everybody's talking about right now. But yeah, I would say either him or Miz. But right now they're trying to build SmackDown around Miz, which is I would say it's awesome. Because, like, if it wasn't for him being on Talking Smack wouldn't have been as popular as it was.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But
let's go back to your comment about Samoa Joe. So do you think Samoa Joe has a chance of winning Money in the Bank? And why?
The main reason why I'm saying Samoa Joe is basically because ever since he went to SmackDown in the Superstar Shakeup, ever since they put him on SmackDown Live, the one thing they've been trying to do, most likely, is feud him with AJ Styles. They wanted him to be the next feud for AJ Styles after Shinsuke Nakamura. So once the whole AJ Nakamura feud is done and finished, they want AJ Styles to basically win the last man standing match at Money in the Bank and feud with Samoa Joe over the title. So they're trying to play.
There was a rumor that, you know, Samoa Joe is supposed to get this monster push. But, you know, as you can see, ever since Samoa Joe has came back, he's been trash, booked to be trash. He lost to Roman. he lost like in some other matches or whatever. But I mean, do you think that this is going to begin his quest to be WWE champ? Because to be really honest with you, like I'm just not believing it.
I think it possibly could be. It could be some type of way that they're trying to like play it into the storyline where, okay, like if Samoa Joe does win Money in the Bank, then he's gonna pull like, I would say he's gonna pull a Kane move. Like you remember how Kane did back in 2010 when he won Money in the Bank and he kept it in the same night. They gonna either try to play that where like AJ Styles, he beats Nakamura in the last man standing match, and then Samoa Joe comes out, cash in Money in the Bank.
Oh, I see where you going with. Okay. Oh, I didn't think. Wow,
So
I didn't think of
that's
that.
how they might do it.
But it depends on who goes first and who goes last. Because I'm assuming that the last man Okay. Because I'm assuming the last man standing match is last. It's going to be main event, right?
It possibly could be because both the guys and girls Money in the Bank match is going to be like somewhere in the middle of the show,
right?
Most likely.
Okay, let's talk about this before I let you go. All right, so yeah, that is very interesting. Because I didn't think nothing of that. That's crazy. Shit. All right, Tori just said that AJ Styles and Samoa Joe has history. It goes all the way back to TNA. So you might be on to something. I mean, you know what? Oh wow, that is very interesting. That's wow. Shit. Damn, you are good, Keenan. Very good. Okay. So what other I'm gonna give you the last word before I let you go. What else did you want to talk about?
Well, I already talked about the guys' Money in the Bank, but here's something that some people might know about. There are 3 different storylines that they're trying to use for the women's Money in the Bank ladder match.
Oh,
because the same thing they did at the Royal Rumble when they had Shinsuke Nakamura from SmackDown when the guy Royal Rumble, and then Asuka, who was on Raw at the time, win the Royal Rumble, for Raw. They're actually doing the exact same thing. They're going to do the exact same thing at Money in the Bank. So SmackDown is going to win the guys' Money in the Bank, and Raw is going to win the women's Money in the Bank. So the only participants they're looking at to win the women's Money in the Bank ladder match is either Alexa Bliss, Ember Moon, or Natalya. Only those 3. The biggest reason why those 3. The biggest reason why I say those 3.
Huh? Go ahead.
I was saying the
No, I
only reason they
said.
chose those 3. Oh, go ahead.
No. I said Natalya's not gonna be one of them because that bitch is totally irrelevant right now.
Well, now they thinking about replacing her with Bayley because they say she got injured by Nia Jax this past Monday night. So now it's like a yes, no. Are we going to replace her? Is she going to continue? Is she going to be able to do it? And all that stuff. They're doing like a, flipping the coin. Like, okay, is she going to stay? Is she going to go? What's going to happen? But the reason why they're looking.
What about Sasha Banks?
Ain't nobody thinking about her.
Nobody's
thinking about Sasha. Nobody's thinking about her. It's the reason why they picking Ember because they think, okay, she could be the next possible competitor for Nia Jax. That is if she beats Ronda Rousey. Now, it's the same with Alexa Bliss. But the reason why they're going with Alexa Bliss is because before WrestleMania, when she lost the belt, they're thinking, okay, she could win Money in the Bank, and then she cashed it in on Nia Jax because they're looking at her to beat Ronda Rousey at Money in the Bank. And it's like if she beats Ronda Rousey, Alexa Bliss cashes in on Nia and get the belt back. So it'll be like, okay, Nia beats Alexa for the belt, and then all of a sudden Alexa Bliss gets the belt back. So they're looking at either that to happen. But the reason why I said Natalya, the reason why I put Natalya in the mix is because they're either suggesting that Ronda Rousey does win the title at Money in the Bank, like she does win the Raw Women's title, and then all of a sudden Natalya turns her back on Ronda, cash in Money in the Bank, and get the title.
Yeah, I seen that far away. But because she tweaked her ankle or tweaked her knee, now all of that's probably out the window. But King, thank you so much for your comments, man. Appreciate it. Y'all really loves your insight. We're gonna have to talk about that next week.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. See you
Thanks.
later. Yep, no problem.
Yep.
All right. All right, Shad, you are next. Okay, so I'm gonna get 2 more people, and then I'm gonna go to Trash of the Week with Sea Dog, and then we're gonna end the show because it looks like we got about 30 more minutes. So yeah. And like I said, guys, if you have any comments or whatever, even if you don't come on live with me, just leave your comments down below. I would definitely follow up with your comments because you guys are like complete savages on the comment screen. But for some apparent reason, I don't know why y'all motherfuckers don't come on live and shit and talk y'all bullshit live with me. I don't get it, but that's cool. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna still give y'all motherfuckers life because that's what I do best. All right. So we're still waiting on Shad to come in with his McDonald's Wi-Fi. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it. See, he said, "Damn it." See, that's what I'm saying. Shad, all you gotta do is tweak your settings from McDonald's to Spectrum. Okay. Oh shit, there he is. Oh yeah. Hi Shad, how you doing?
That last dude, I like his insight.
I did
I
too.
give that props, man.
I did too. That's why.
Now, cause I did speak because when I first got on here in the comment, I was like, yo, I got that feeling Natalia's gonna play a role in that women's title match. Some way, shape, or form, I think she might cause Nia Jax to retain. But I mean, the way dude just spoke though, that's a lot of insight and outcome. I could possibly see that.
So
But
I know you got some other
uh,
shit. I know you got some other shit on your mind, so you might as well spill it. I'm waiting.
Brock Lesnar forfeiting that title when she spoke on that earlier. I want to know how accurate that is. I never just heard out of the blue a competitor such as himself wanting to forfeit a title just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, this man had been seen since I can't remember when the hell Brock Lesnar's last been seen.
Last time we seen him
And
in April, and that was at the greatest trash Royal Rumble.
right, okay, there we go. So it's crazy how SmackDown's guy can have that championship, and you can see that guy on the daily. We don't see nobody on the Raw show daily with their belt, except for an Intercontinental Champion, which ain't nothing wrong with that, but that's considered minor. Universal is major.
And they say they
My thing is,
18, but
and then I'm hearing Seth Rollins is supposed to be the guy to actually get his his second or third big title reign here and take it from Lesnar. If they talk about giving it to Roman, I think I might not watch wrestling for a while, bro.
okay, so bro, let's go back and let's talk about this real quick because I mentioned Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was his whole resurgence of coming back to the WWE was all about fighting Brock Lesnar. What the fuck happened? I mean, did I?
Is that what
I mean,
he?
like,
Okay, is that what Lashley wanted? And possibly creative is not giving him that,
but why not?
or whoever,
Okay. So you saying,
or is Vince not agreeing?
but
Go ahead, though. My bad.
dude, this will make them money. I don't understand. Is it because this man is black, or is this man, or is Bobby Lashley being looked at as a sex object by Vince? I mean, like, which one is it?
Man, this is Vince McMahon. That they say this man's a pioneer. Vince is genius at what he does and running this company forever and a day. But I don't think anybody can read Vince's mind, not even a psychic, man. Vince is just Vince. Now, what's interesting to me is, and I hope they don't do this, I want to change the subject a bit. I heard Triple H is thinking about taking NXT off the network.
Thank you for bringing that up. Okay, so elaborate more about this shit, because I'm not understanding this. Why would he take it off the WWE network? That doesn't make sense.
I can't remember where I read and heard this from, but sources has been said that Hunter is supposed to be, or is teasing and wanting to take NXT off the WWE network. I don't understand why. I don't understand how. When you have good shows such as the Takeover shows that pretty much annihilates to me any WWE pay per view
Right.
known to man.
Right.
And eventually, so if he takes it off the network, does this mean we don't get to see these takeover shows at the network, or does he just want to take his every Wednesday night show and try to put it out there on USS?
Right. Now let me ask you this: Is this the reason why he want to take NXT off? Is because of that stupid ass deal or whatever, that multi-billionaire deal? I mean, either way, this shit is stupid. Like, why the fuck would you take something as hot as NXT Takeover? NXT Takeover destroys every fucking pay-per-view the WWE main roster does. I'm like, doesn't make sense.
It's sad to say, but it's true. What network was it that pretty much laughed in their faces and said that this show was? I think they said Raw was like trash. Was it USA?
NBC.
Okay, NBC. Now, what if Hunter seen something cerebral assassin genius and made a deal with NBC and proves that his shows could do a whole lot fucking better? Now, if that's what he got in mind and that works and that goes, I would be for NXT being up the network, but just keep the takeover shows and the pay-per-views on the network. That's just, I mean,
I don't think,
it's something
I
to
think
think about.
Hunter is playing with fire if he does decide to take NXT off of the WWE network.
And then again, what killed me is NXT was once televised. Why did they take it over and turn it into an internet show? And then now it's like on a network daily and doing damn good. And now you want to take it off the network, try to put it out there somewhere? It's some shit.
It's definitely some J.R. Smith type of thinking.
Yeah,
And that's what,
definitely.
I don't think Triple H is about that life. I don't think he will take that off, because right now NXT is getting too much traction. Why the fuck would you do something like that? That's just, no, that doesn't make sense to me. But bro, we gotta go on to the next call. It's getting a little bit late, but as always, thank you so much for your comments. We will follow up about our discussion about that. So see you later, bro.
Got you. Later.
All right. All right. All right. I'm gonna get one last caller and then. Hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I just had a brain fart for a second. All right. I'm gonna get one last caller and then we're gonna go ahead and go to our last. I'm putting Mid on real quick. Hey, how you doing, man?
What's going
I
on?
was been on here, so. All right, so you are our last caller for the night, so go ahead. What's on your mind?
Um, a lot of things. I've been more interested in New Japan more than WWE as of late. I won't be surprised if Fox back out of the deal with WWE.
You said Fox might come out the deal with the WWE?
I said I won't be surprised if they back off from it.
Now, why do you say that?
Because they look at NBC, they getting mad at WWE for giving a garbage product right now.
Well, that is true. I mean, and I think, you know, Vince have that, I guess, that arrogant type of attitude that my shit is a multi-billionaire company. So, I mean, I can put on whatever I want to, but I know they're looking at the ratings very closely. They're looking
And
at,
based what I heard,
yes, they're looking at social media. So I know they're paying attention.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I think $1 billion is a little bit too much. Because the WWE is not worth it's not worth $1 billion, especially the shit that they produce every fucking week. It's to the point Raw is unwatchable. I don't want your shit. I'm shit. That's just how I am. That's how that I'm just keeping it real.
I mean, it's typical. Vince will break it, Triple H fix it, like a mechanic. And, you know, sorry, I have a brain fart. No, lastly, I'm not feeling this thing with lastly. Feel like there's gonna be a heel turn somehow. I don't know how, but it feel like there's gonna be a major heel turn.
With Bobby Lashley?
With all these garbage segment. With these garbage segment, it makes sense if he's going to turn heel, not as a babyface. That is how I feel. And
so you saying that the WWE is doing this on purpose to turn Lashley to the dark side or whatever, saying that he's not shit, that he's selfish, whatever. They're doing this intentionally for his big heel turn.
He's getting the Batista treatment the way I'm seeing it.
Now, you said the Batista treatment?
You know, where we all care for Batista at first and then didn't give a fuck of him later on.
That is interesting. Okay. So how would you go about turning Bobby Lashley like heel? I mean, would you go about the same route that the WWE is doing right now, or would you do it in a different way?
I really can't answer that because I'm not expert at that. But they're doing a great job getting us to get us to hate him more than cheering him. And he should have left TNA. I'm sorry. He was doing good in TNA, then came back here.
That's true. I don't. We still don't know his whole reason for coming back to the WWE, because I thought that this whole thing was all about Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, because Bobby Lashley has made it clear on social media that he wants to go one-on-one with Brock Lesnar. I'm still not understanding why in the fuck Bobby Lashley is being subjected to RuPaul races, why he is having little ass scripts that don't have shit to do with the fucking program, why the fuck he's bringing, like, it does not make sense to me. And it's hurting the fucking product, and it's hurting Bobby Lashley's image. Because right now, I cannot take Bobby Lashley serious whatsoever.
Me neither. He should have stayed in TNA where he was succeeding. And now the Money in the Bank men, I kind of agree with Kanyon, but do not let Braun win the briefcase. That's just not natural.
Braun Strowman.
Right.
Braun
Because
Strowman, right?
because I want him to win the championship naturally, by beating Brock. And I don't think that's the right route to do, because that'd be another waiting game for him to cancel in.
So you don't think that him being I you know what, I agree with you. I think this is the lazy way to bring Braun Strowman in the ladder match. I'm not feeling this at all. Cause he's the tallest man in the match, and it's just like, I think what they're doing is they're setting up, if he does win, they're going to set up a feud between him and Brock Lesnar. But I'm not feeling. I feel you on that one. Yeah, I'm not feeling this at all. So, all right, thanks, man, for your comments. Appreciate it, man. Well, let me give you one last comment or whatever. What did you want to get off your chest before we go to the last segment?
Well, I appreciate you. You're a great mentor to me about this podcast. You got me interested. That's how I got.
Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate it.
That's how I got that little water recap show on Mondays with Ant, and we do it a little differently. We do it on Twitch and on Facebook, believe it or not.
That's what's up. Well, if you guys need my help or whatever, if you know what I'm saying, like, need, ask questions or whatever, you can always contact me.
Yeah, get with Anthony. He will tell you about more of the Twitch thing.
Okay, cool. All right, man. Have a good night.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that's all for fan reaction for this week. All right, so we're going to go on to the last segment. Thank you guys once again for staying up with us. I know it's 2 hours, but I try to give you guys as much life as possible. Every week, whatever, me, Matt, and the special guests I bring on, whatever. But I'm gonna try to up the ante. I'm gonna try to bring on special guests where you guys some special guests that you guys have not seen, or probably I'm working on getting wrestlers well-known wrestlers, whatever, on the hashtag Heels for Life, whatever. So if you guys want me to interview somebody or whatever, anybody that you think might come on a podcast and get some insight on today's wrestling, make sure that you hit me up and let me know. I don't mind having anybody on the podcast. I have no objectives. Like I said, I will check them out and I will bring them on if you guys want me to. So that's not a problem. Matt, wherever you are, if you want to come on, let's go ahead and do this, and then we can end the podcast this week, or end the podcast for tonight. So my black ass is tired in the bitch, y'all. I'm tired of the motherfucker. I don't see Matt on here, so okay. I thought I saw Matt earlier, but I don't see him. I thought he was on here. Oh, there he is. Okay, there he is. Okay. Matt, send me another request real quick. Ronald, if you do have one, just inbox me after the show, and then we can we'll talk about it. Draven, he asks, do I think Fox might push the WWE to go TV 14 when the move happens? That is a very good question. To be honest with you, bro, I don't see that happening, because the WWE, they have said it I don't know how many times, especially when they market their product, that this is a family-friendly environment. So they're probably not going to do it. As much as I want them to go TV 14, because they really do need some type of edgy content,
I'm not talking about like, you know, new bitches or whatever running across the screen, but they do need some like edgy content to like keep like, you know, the hardcore, the casual fans, like, you know, keep them entertained or whatever. Are they going to go back to the Attitude Era? No, not at all. But at the same time, like, they can't keep putting on the unwatchable bullshit that we are seeing every fucking week. But to answer your question, no, they're not going to go to TV 14. They're not. All right, let's try Matt again. Okay, I think we got him now. Yeah, they're not going to ever bring the Attitude Era back. No, not even close. All right, everybody. So we're just waiting for Matt to come on, and then we're gonna go ahead and do we're gonna do trash of the week. If I can find my shit. Well, let me see. Ron said, okay, they didn't sign no contract either to stay on USA until in 2019. That might be true, but even if they didn't sign the contract, still, I just still feel that it's not going to go back to TV 14. They're just not. Now, Priscilla said that, and welcome to the show, Priscilla. One rumor is Roman had helped the Authors of Pain win the tag team titles. Then they help him beat Brock, and then they become the House of Pain. That is interesting. As a matter of fact, I actually dig the fuck out that storyline. That's a very good analogy. Whatever they can do to push Roman over, they need to do it now. But to put him in another stable, it's just making him handicapped. I hope you understand what I'm saying. They keep making him handicapped. Like, this man can't get over by himself. So because they can't get him over, they push him in stables. It's bad enough that motherfucker still got a damn shield, a theme song. Like, it just shit. Y'all got me fucking stuttering. Oh my goodness. Let me try to get Matt once again. Hopefully we can get him on this time. What's up, Franklin? How you doing? Hey, how you doing, Mr. Super?
What's going on, man?
Mr. Savage. So how you doing, dude?
Oh man. Man, I cannot complain. I'm actually doing pretty good. Me and my wrestling family trying to get some stuff going, trying to make some moves and everything, but we're pretty much just having fun and pissing people off all at the same time.
Yeah, I see that. I've been watching my videos. I've been really pissing people off for the last couple of weeks. But no, I dig you and G Smooth's work. If he's still in here, I did see him earlier. But no, yeah, just keep doing what you're doing, dude. Like I keep saying, like keep doing them savage ass promos. You're going to win over the wrestling community. Trust me when I say that to you. So yeah,
I mean, I try. I mean,
Go ahead.
I mean, I try. It's just it just depends on the opponent. Honestly, it really just depends on the opponent and the person that's basically sign their rights away. Basically, they basically sign their.
You know what? I really want to do a promo on Matt because, like I said, you cannot
show and have a McDonald's / Burger King Wi-Fi. It doesn't work. Anyway, Matt, if you still in here, yes, I'm talking about you like a dog because I just can't believe that you just exited out like that. That just was like so fucking bogus and so many like and that's just fucked up. He just left. That's just fucked up. It's fucked up. But it is what it is. Everybody's fucking laughing, but I'm being dead serious. You know, you can't be a fucking co-host and yet you just leave in the middle of the podcast. That just doesn't work. I'm just playing, everybody. I'm just playing. But anyway, let's. All right, let's. Matt might do a promo on me because you know what? Fuck the bullshit. Let's talk about fucking Matt real quick. Matt comes on here. I haven't seen him in I don't know how many weeks. I'm thinking this man gonna come on, do a promo. This man talks in the middle of his, you know what I'm saying, his epic speech and shit. Talk about he been disrespecting folks, him and G Smooth, and then he just leaves. So on the next time he comes on here, I'm gonna tell him go to Spectrum. Spectrum got some awesome fucking deals in South Carolina. I might be able to hook him up, but then again, I'm not a salesman no more. I'm a dispatcher at Spectrum, so I have nothing to do with that type of shit. So I'm good. All right. Let's get Matt back on real quick. No answer. Okay. Matt, send me another request real quick, bro. Please send me another request before I do a promo on you, bro. And you probably not gonna like it. Just playing. I gotta have fun with you. All right, let me see if I can try to add Matt. But no, I was dead ass about that damn Wi-Fi.
It's damn internet. I swear to God.
Okay. All right. Hey, Big Daddy J, what's going on? How you doing? All right. So, what was you saying before you left?
But I mean, basically, it's where anybody that whatever promotion we're at that decides to put a tag team against us, or even a singles opponent, whoever they decide to put us against. Basically, we do what we can to kind of get a feel on how that person is, and if they make the mistake of either stumbling over their words or doing something that basically says, okay, this is what you need to kind of take a jab at when it comes to me. And we pretty much just zero in on it. This past show, which I'm not gonna reveal too much because I got to do the edit for it and post it on YouTube and then show it to you guys. But we had this one fan named Peanut, that this real old man that's always giving me and G Smooth shit. And we basically told him, I was like, look, you better shut the hell up, or we gonna bring you a gift. We're gonna bring you gifts of plenty the next time we come down here. And he kept going.
I got a question. So y'all are in a feud with a man called Peanut, and he is a senior citizen. How does that work?
Oh no, we're in a, to be quite honest, we're in a feud with the promotion, with the fans, with the locker room of that promotion. We pretty much hate everybody right now. And so, but the old man decided, I mean this old man, like, he'll be yelling at us and he'll get going so bad. It's like you can't understand anything that comes out of his mouth. He's yelling so hard and so loudly. And I've told him many times, like, you need subtitles because I can't understand a damn word coming out your mouth right now.
So he's like one of them Sylvester the Cat type of, like, language or whatever, right?
Basically, like, it's like his teeth fell out and he's just mumbling. Like, everything that comes out of his mouth, he's mumbling.
That's not good. But tell him to refer him to.
No, it's not.
All right. So let's go ahead and do trash of the week, real quick. So trash of the week, everybody, is basically anyone, you know, in the wrestling world.
Anyone.
Anyone that does
Anyone.
shit or whatever, we're gonna put them as trash of the week. And this week, y'all might be surprised. Drum roll, please. All right, everybody. So trash of the week goes to me. Yes, me. The reason why I am trash of the week, everybody, is because for a very long time I said that I was not going to watch Raw, and then my ass turned around and watches Raw. I have said that I was not going to be subjected to trash, but I decided to watch trash anyway. I am a contradicting motherfucker. I cannot make my mind up worse shit. I'm one of those fans that I think I know everything and I don't and shit. And then I get called out on it and then I get upset. I'm that type of fan that I just, you know, I always want to be right and I'm not. I'm a fan that I'm always thinking that, oh, I know everything about the fucking business, but I never became a wrestler. I'm a type of fan.
Oh man, that's pretty bad. Damn, I don't know what to say about that. Damn, Chris done made himself trash of the week. Shit. What in the world? What is this world coming to? What the hell?
Why? Oh my god! Oh, why? I had, you know,
Not my baby.
I had to literally put it out there because, like, seriously, I wanted to see what you guys would think about that, about me being trash of the week. I mean, like, seriously, like, I really literally have to put it out there because, like, there are certain days that, you know, I had to look at what was that, Sammy Callahan's interview with Chris Jericho, and there was one thing that he did say that really that really stood out to me. That he said that the wrestling fans is given too much power, and he's right. We are giving too much power, everybody. I mean, like, I'm not even bullshitting. Like, you know, me being trash of the week, whatever. Like, I really have to put that out there because, like, as a fan, that's what I should be. I should be as a fan. I shouldn't be like a guy that thinks I know everything because sometimes I do have that swag. I don't know shit about, like, what it is to be a wrestler. I can't do, you know, because I never been sometimes I overstep my boundaries. Come up on here and I be like, oh, I know how to tell a promo, but I've never been in the fucking ring. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I have really
I respect your decisions.
I am trash of the week. Mr. AK Team Bring It Sugar Nipples.
Kobe.
But yes, I was dead ass about that, bro. Like, you know, it just, like, I think wrestling fans have been given too much power, and they really need to learn their place. You know, it's just certain things we cannot speak on. You know, we can sit back and just, you know, we can speculate it, but at the same time, like, we just really need to stop overstepping our boundaries. explain to
Right.
Tori, my phone is not trash. Maybe it might be something
It's
that you
Facebook.
probably got. But my phone is not
It's
trash. I got slow-mo, motherfucker. Okay? Your ass probably got that damn track phone or whatever that you got from fucking Arby's or Target or Pick and Save. But do not talk about my damn phone. But anywho, Matt, I'm gonna give you the last word or whatever, and then we're gonna head on out. So what do you think about like
Man, I think overall, I think the WWE product is. I think they're starting to realize that the ship is sinking. When, I mean, first off, when you have a company basically be like, your product is trash. I mean, the company that just spent buckets of money on you, basically just spent buckets of money on you, and basically say, yeah, your product is trash. There's a problem. There is a major problem.
No. That is, I mean, dude, that is so embarrassing for a major network to come on the WWE and say like, we are so by your product that your shit is trash. You need to do something about dude. That is really fucked. That is a wake up call to the WWE. Change your product. You know, so I don't know what else to say to. I do not know what else to. I do not know how we can like tell Vince, dude, change your shit up. Like seriously, we need
something.
Change.
Something.
And he just don't do it.
Like badly. Something needs to happen. As far as CM Punk being done with professional wrestling, I mean that's his choice. I mean that's what he wants to do. I admit that wrestling fans overall, some of them are very flaky. So I mean, they take the way the same way. When the
match you break,
wrestling fans were pissed. There was social media. Social media wasn't as big then as it is now. So I mean, you know, much.
I heard part of what you were saying, but you kind of broke up. Like, say that one more time. Yeah, you broke up.
Okay. Basically, you know, when Rock left, people were like, "Oh, well, he turned his back on WWE." Blah blah blah. But social media wasn't as big then. But with CM Punk leaving, and he had such a big following, and because he went over to MMA, here again we have fans that are pissed off. But I mean, what can you do? I mean, this road that these guys are on is not an easy one. It takes its toll on their body. And I'm sorry, if you don't, and case in point, if you don't have a good medical team looking after these guys, then it's going to make things worse. With what Triple H wants to do, taking NXT off the WWE network and trying to get it under a major network, that's kind of a good thing, bad thing type situation. Because if you take it off a network and then you can't get it onto any kind of major network, now you got a problem. You done took your best product off your streaming network, and now it's not being shown anywhere. Because who's to say it's still going to show on Hulu? So, I mean, I just feel like that they need to. Right now, WWE just needs to be careful on their next few steps. Because right now, with New Japan and Ring of Honor literally stepping their game up. I mean, literally stepping it up. They're pretty much going like, oh, okay, so this is the bar where WWE kind of feels like they set it. Yeah, we're just gonna we're just gonna fuck that out the way, and we're just gonna keep going.
I agree 100%.
I say it like this: All In, the pay-per-view that Ring of Honor is doing come September. Oh, WWE is fucked. WWE better have something like unicorn majestic shit come September, because freaking All In is gonna kill them. I mean, literally, they sold out within hours. They sold out within hours. So I'm sorry, they need to figure out something.
Wow.
Otherwise, it's a wrap.
Wow.
These freaking network channels are gonna be like, man, fuck WWE. What are these guys doing? I want to feature them. I want to feature them on my network.
That is but you know what, Matt? You hit it right on the nail. These networks are paying very close attention to the WWE. And already a major network already said that the WWE was already trash. That is not a good sign that you just you just had $1 billion fucking deal. All they can do is just back out of it. You know what I'm saying? 2019 have not gotten here yet.
Yeah.
They can easily back out of the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, your shit up.
Okay, Elite. Well, whoever is doing all that, they obviously know what they're doing. And the reason why I thought it was Honor that was doing all that, because a lot of people that are doing All In have been seen on Ring of Honor and have been seen on New Japan.
Bro, you breaking up like really, really bad, bro. Really, really bad. I think we lost Matt. Yeah, I think we lost. Okay. Yeah, I think we lost Matt. I'm gonna try to get him back on real quick. See if I can get him back on so he can finish his comment. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see him. Okay. All right. We'll just continue to, you know what? We'll just continue this discussion. Probably on Sunday, like Matt. It's cool. It's cool, bro. I'll finish up. But Matt's having some technical difficulties with his cell phone. So we'll probably come back Monday after New Japan Dominion. We'll just see like how many fans watch the actual show, and if you know what I'm saying, people are talking about it, we'll probably actually do a follow-up show on Sunday. But until that time, everybody, thank you so much for coming on our show. We definitely appreciate it. Please subscribe down below. Hashtag Heels for Life Wrestling Podcast. Thank you so much for the new subscribers that subscribed today. Thank you so much. The link is right down below where it says Chris Delver WWE YouTube channel. That is where you can find us. I'm uploading more shows on there and our additional content as well. And yeah, until that time, everybody, you guys have a wonderful weekend. Don't do anything that I want to do. And we'll see you guys next Thursday or this Sunday night. I will let you guys know. Until that time, have a wonderful night. Peace.